Shroud of the Avatar is an early access kickstarted MMORPG that was initially announced in March 2013, eventually raising over $10 million for its development. The company developing Shroud of the Avatar was co-founded by Richard Garriott, who created Ultima Online. Richard says the goal of Shroud is to be the spiritual successor to Ultima Online with a more interactive world and compelling story. Shroud of the Avatar came to Steam Early Access in 2016 and costs $39.99. The entire game can also be played offline, but for this video we're just going to be checking out the online mode. So we need to pick a first and last name for our character. What should we go with? Let's just go with John Stark. That'll do. Alright, so we've just entered the game. You've just entered a strange place. You do not know what brought us here. You are without form, though you can move. Okay, so we start off as like a ghost or a spirit. The whole ghostly spirit intro thing is well explained through the intro cinematic. Click on words underlined, see what she says. Okay, this game has an interesting talking to NPCs feature where the NPC speaks, then you click on the words that they've said to bring up conversations. To end your conversation, type bye or goodbye. Bye. What's this? There's a mirror here. And now we get to create our avatar. Nice. Let's go with braids, shall we? And as much facial hair as possible. We can change the eye height and everything. Nose. It seems like character customization's pretty good. We've got a lot of sliders. Decent character creation is something you have come to expect with MMOs nowadays, though. And here we are. Here's my character. He looks good, doesn't he? You can actually interact with objects. I turned the candle on and off by double clicking it. So everything you can interact with has this circular thing around it instead of the crosshair. Hopefully there's quite a lot you can interact with in this game. The building seems mysterious. Perhaps you should see what's inside. Right, so we're going to open the door. Right, so the Oracle spoke to us. We're going to click on the word ready. And then the next part of dialogue is going to happen. This is interesting. Haven't seen this before. So the Oracle's asked if I want to use a sword or a bow. I guess this is where you choose your class. I'm going to click on bow because apparently that's the most polished experience. Alright, so this is my journal. My character takes notes and stuff as he goes through his journey. You arrive in the aftermath of a recent battle. Graphically, the game does look a little bit dated. However, it's still in early access. Maybe it's going to be polished up a little bit more. I am on max graphics right now though. Our house is on fire, help. Type your name, you can tell her whatever name you like. Okay, let's lie to her. Let's not tell her my real name. Let's call myself Horse. Right, she's asking me for help. I actually need to type yes or no if I want to help her. It's cool that you have to type to NPCs to interact with them. I haven't seen that done before. Oh, we just clicked on this box and we found a candle. Right, so does this hurt? Yes, running in the fire hurts. I'm not sure why I'm so surprised. Oh, I think we're gonna die. Anything in this box? Oh, we've smashed open the box. Everything's on fire. I'm scared. Well, you probably should be, to be fair, love. Oh god, I'm on fire again. That's not good. Forever on fire. We've saved this woman. You right, mate? Okay, so we need to grab this bow. Now we can press Z. Now we've got our weapon out. It's a little bit of a confusing game as a new player because it's quite different. So clicking on the skeleton actually deals damage. And okay, and it seems as though the game has like a non-targeting combat system. No, if I don't aim at the mob, I still do damage to it. Okay, to deal damage to the skeletons, we either click on them or we use our hotkeys, it seems. Not the best combat I've seen so far in an MMO by a long shot. Certainly needs a lot of work, but combat is always something in these early access crowdfunded games that seems to be a bit of a miss. But we'll see. Maybe it improves. Fucking hell, the whole forest's getting burned down, isn't it? It's not looking too hot for us right now. Oh, okay. So I rescued Charlotte and I got 7,000 experience. Right, so this definitely seems like the kind of game in which you need to read through a lot of text in order to understand what you need to do. Which is fine, I suppose it kind of goes back to how old RPGs used to be played. Something you don't have in this game is a map that just pops up. Instead you need to read your compass. So I'm guessing when NPCs tell you a location, you need to use your compass to actually find things yourself. Which is kind of cool. I suppose that opens up an extra element of exploration. So we need to jump on this boat. Welcome to New Britannia. I can tell you one thing about this game right off the bat. If you're young and maybe you're not very good at reading, I don't think this is the game for you. It seems like it's certainly aimed at more old school MMORPG fans. Right, it's my understanding that we need to find a guy called Stanley. Hello? Oh, frame rate, hello? This game is in early access, so we do expect this kind of thing, but maybe I should turn the graphics down. Pumpkins blocking this doorway. Hello? You're in combat, defend yourself. Where? Hello? I'm in combat. He sells a lot of furniture, he sells tables and stuff, so I'm pretty sure one of the big aspects of this game is player housing. Hello, Doge. He's a happy little bastard, isn't he? Well, that's an uplifting statue, isn't it? Fucking hell. If I lived opposite this guy, I wouldn't be happy. It's a fucking eyesore, isn't it? Can we go in here? We can. Can we steal some pumpkins? We can't. Can we open this chest? No, not yet. Right, I'm lost as fuck. Hello, Stanley, where you at, friend? I click on the blacksmithing thing. Ah, nice. Can I actually craft anything? You actually see your person hammering away at swords and stuff here. Okay, so instead of having a quest log in which you keep track of your quests, you have this notebook. And after reading this here, it's telling me that I need to go find Stanley the guard in a place called Soul Town. And this, from what I can tell here, is Soul Town. So I'm looking for a guard called Stanley. What is your name? I am Nisa. Nice to meet you. How are you today? I feel sick to my stomach. Oh my god, the NPC's actually replying to me. So I've just gone to a random NPC, started a conversation with her by typing. She's talking to me back, and she's telling me a story. And I'm going to offer help. Maybe that will open up a quest. I don't know. I can help you find... Okay, now she's repeating the dialogue. I like how I actually have to find him and that there's not just a big fucking arrow on my map. Does encourage a lot of exploration. It's kind of cool. Right, he doesn't want to talk. Maybe let's put some arrows into him. This seems to be your skill tree. You must visit a trainer to learn new skills. Okay. Maybe what I can do is talk to an NPC and ask him where Stanley is. It'd be cool if you can actually ask NPCs the location of other NPCs. Oh my god, frame rate. Hello? Have you seen Stanley the guard? Sorry, I can't think of anything but my daughter right now. Well, I'm not really interested in your daughter, love. I'm looking for Stanley. Stanley. He's oh, this is cool. He's standing guard near the boat where you first arrived. Oh my god, that's so fucking cool. So I actually asked an NPC where Stanley was, and he's told me. So this doesn't appear to be a completely open world MMO from what I can tell so far. This is how you travel between towns. You enter this kind of mode, then you run to the next town, then you click enter it. I don't know why, but I was under the impression this was an open world game, but I guess not. Right, so Stanley is guarding near the boat where I first arrived. Is this Stanley? Stanley, we found you! How do I... Oh, I see. To give him this item, I need to drag it over, give item. Questing in Shroud of the Avatar is quite different to the RPGs you may be used to playing. There's no traditional quest givers waiting for you. You need to talk to people. They can be found anywhere in the world. Okay, that's quite interesting. I should go up to NPCs and ask them, is there something I can help you with? Okay. I've asked this guy if there's anything I can help him with. He's given me the lists of a bunch of people in this town that could use my help. Right. Let's start by helping Jeff. Good day again, Peon. Now, he's remembered my name from earlier, which is really cool. I told him my name's Peon when my character's name's actually John Stark. I'll try to find an iron blade for you. GF. GF, my name's GF. Kill yourself. Myself? Oh, he's confused, isn't he? He's not happy. Where can I find an iron blade? I don't know what that is. Well, that's not very helpful, is it? Currently, every single NPC looks exactly the same. I'm sure that's going to change eventually. Oh, is this a player house? Can I climb the ladder? I can. This is a very simple house, isn't it? Oh my god, who are you? Do you mind? Really? Look at you, mate. You're a fucking tin man and you're coming up to me, getting in my way, asking if I mind. There's not really a lot of people to actually ask where things are. Like, most of the NPCs are vendors and you actually can't talk to vendors. which is a bit of a fucking ball ache, because you'd think to find an iron blade, you'd talk to a blacksmith. Well, that writing's not very handy, is it? Fucking hell. No one can understand that. Okay, so this place seems to be an inn. Surely the innkeeper knows something. Right, let's see if Tyrone knows where the iron blade is. If only I'd have read my quest log, it actually tells me here where I can find iron blades. I'm kind of disappointed that this isn't an open world game. There's like a fuck ton of invisible barriers. I know it's supposed to be going for that whole immersive RPG aspect, but having an instance world really fucks with your immersion, doesn't it? Oh! We are swimming in shit. The thing with the map that's just not very helpful is whatever fucking language this is written in, it's not English. Look at all of these castles. It's my understanding that these castles are actually player houses, and you basically get a castle by donating a lot of money to the game. This whole real space player housing doesn't actually look too great though, does it? Like 2 castles like that directly next to each other, really? It would be so fucking nice if this stuff was in English, honestly. East Penneral Trail, right, this is where I need to go for the quest. Okay, now we're getting somewhere. Very dark here, I quite like that. I quite like how dark it is. Oh, I see, you can actually charge up an attack with your bow, I didn't realise. Right, so we need to kill these undead monsters for the quest. We're missing a lot, though. An archer's attacking me. Hello? Why are you attacking me, bro? Fuck you, friend. You are not a friend, are you, Mr. Archer? This game has some of the most boring combat I think I've ever experienced. Right, he's dead. Has he got any iron blades? No, but he's got a shoddy short bow. That's just what I need in my life. Chopping this tree down. I like the cape physics. That's very cool. Oh, the tree actually falls down. This undead's coming in pretty hot, and this undead also has a sword. So hopefully this undead should drop the blade I need for the quest. Hello? Oh my fucking god! I fell off of these ruins and I died and now I'm a ghost. I don't know why I didn't think falling off there would actually kill me, but I suppose if you fell off that height in real life, I don't know if it'd kill you, but you'd surely break your leg or something. That's kind of realistic. You can't jump off mountains and live. So now I'm a ghost. I can wander the realm and spook everyone. Okay, so we've been resurrected. That's nice. I suppose next time I should refrain from jumping off of heights. The game does seem to have an active day-night cycle. It's getting lighter right now. For a fucking zombie swamp, there's not many zombies, are there? I need to get a fucking iron blade. I've been running around looking for zombies for ages. Oh my god, hello! Right, this guy just spawned on me. You right, mate? Give me the iron blade. Yes, we got the iron blade! Nice! Right, now we can return to our friend and complete our first proper quest. We are learning how to Shroud of the Avatar. Hello? Geoff? I've got your fucking sword, bro. So now we drag the iron blade over, give it to him. Thank you kindly. Oh, okay, what are you? Hello? I think this system of actually talking to NPCs and figuring out quests for yourself is actually really starting to grow on me. It's rewarding in itself to actually figure out how to do a quest. Oh my god, there's a skeleton in the middle of the road. Hello? I think my character's addicted to rust, with all of the rusty equipment he's got. This game has a bunch of different camera modes which you can change through by pressing V. You have first person mode, you have normal MMORPG mode, and then you have this kind of over the shoulder mode. You look like a male stripper, mate. Bentley, of course, we found Bentley. John. Right, nice, there's a fucking door in the way. This is immersive, isn't it? Right, so we need to go back to the undead place and find this bloke's key. So I'm just gonna search every building I can find. What have we got here? Oh, is that his key? That was a pretty easy quest, I think. I like how dark it gets at nighttime. It actually makes equipping a torch quite useful. Oh, I did some kind of illumination spell. Oh my fucking god. Rip frame rate. Hello? There you go, friend. And that should be the quest. 2.5k XP. Right, so I need to go find someone called Kugel at the garrison in a place called Ardoris. I really don't like this way of navigating the world. It's really annoying. Like, you can't read any of the text because it's fucking indecipherable. and it's just a really boring way to travel about the world. So far, this part of the game just sucks. Straight up sucks. Right, so this is the city of Ardoris, and this seems like a big fucking giant-ass castle. He's usually in the office down by the waterfront. Beyond that, right, so we need to go to the office down by the waterfront, apparently. This is where we're going to find this bloke. Some of the answers that the NPCs give you are extremely fucking vague. The waterfront is quite a vast area. We're slowly but surely getting to the point where I'm losing the will to live. Jump here! That did not go too well, did it? That was a really bad jump here. There we go, look at that. I'm all nice and dead. Takes quite a long time to respawn, doesn't it? I didn't think there was going to be multiple castles, so it's going to be a real pain in the dick to find this guy. Oh my god, okay, so this castle, this giant fucking castle, belongs to another player, apparently. How much money must you have to donate to this game to get your own castle? Right, let's see if this is the place I need to go. It would make sense. Right, so there's some big Chinese-style castle thing up here. Doesn't really suit the rest of the city, it has to be said. I am so stuck and lost. The instructions given to me as to where to find this guy were so vague. By his office near the waterfront, when there's like a shit ton of water and pretty much everything's by the waterfront. The most helpful instructions ever. Shroud of the Avatar parkour. Jumper. Really? We died from that? That wasn't that high. Oh my fucking god, even looking at guides it's hard to find him. Right, so apparently this guy can be found in any of these houses. This house has a random fucking hot tub in it. Oh, well this is giving me AIDS, trying to find this guy. I've been looking for this guy for at least 40 minutes now. What about this one? Is this him? Oh my god, we actually found him! Fucking hell! We actually found him, I can't believe it. What an obscure place for him. Is there anything I can help you with? Maybe. Can you ask for help in the form of a question? No. So I've just spent fucking ages finding this guy and he's retarded. Can I be of service? You are a fucking mushroom. Thanks for telling me that. Reductionism. Alright, mate. Kill yourself. Myself. I have spent 40 minutes looking for this guy, and he doesn't even have a quest for me, I don't think. Well, this game's beginning to give me AIDS. This poor bastard dog is just staring at a sign with no writing on it all day, and his tail's going nuts, so he's obviously happy. Like, I know you're supposed to go around and talk to NPCs to find quests yourself, but fucking hell, there's so many NPCs, and the majority of them want to sell you shit. It's super hard to actually find quests. This guy looks like a quest giver. So in the previous town, when I went up to people and asked, do you need help, they'd usually give me a quest or give me an answer. But I ask the same question in this town, and they tell me to ask in the form of a question, which I have been doing already. Oh, what a brilliant town. 10 out of 10 town design. 10 out of 10 would town again. Well, this is about as immersive as a floating staircase. These towns aren't part of the main storyline. These are just player-run towns, apparently. I'm close to reaching boredom level 99. This area is still in development and not all NPCs have behaviours yet. I just want a nice little town I can do some quests in. Well, this is an intimidating throne, isn't it? Fucking hell, right at the start of the town. Great early impressions for visitors, isn't it? This is quite a good looking little town though. I like the little house on the water. The water here doesn't actually look like shit compared to the other place I went to. To be fair, if this place is under construction, I highly doubt any of these NPCs have quests. Currently I'm having about as much fun as a toaster in a bathtub. What is this horse? This is the most anorexic horse I have ever seen in the existence of horse. Judging by how skinny these horses are, we should find a quest around here to get some horse food. Look at them! They're all skin and bone, the poor bastards. Do you even horse? There's a random skull over here. A demon skull. I expect to find a pile of horse skulls as well out the back. We've pulled a skeleton and a crocodile. It's not looking too hot for us, is it? Your life ends. Okay, Mr. Skeleton. You're a positive man, aren't you? Imagine the worst combat system you possibly can in an MMO. That's Shroud of the Avatar's combat system so far. I know this game's in early access, but fucking hell, develop a decent combat system before even putting the game in early access, please. So I suppose we're just going to jump into the pros and cons at this point, because I'm not really too sure what else there is to cover with this game. And to be honest, I don't really want to play it anymore. I'm not having a great time at all. I think I'd rather just wrap this up and maybe revisit it if it ever gets further along in development. The whole idea of talking to NPCs, discovering quests and using a compass instead of a map is a really immersive and interesting way of questing that I actually started to enjoy to some extent. From what I can tell, the player housing in Shroud of the Avatar looks rather decent, and it also seems like a pretty good game for role players. So now let's talk about the cons. So far the graphics look really outdated, the combat so far is some of the worst I've experienced in an MMO. Obviously it'll be polished up a bit, but I honestly think the whole system needs a complete redesign. The world is instanced, which I find really weird for a game that seems to be all about immersion, exploration, and world interaction. $39.99 is a fucking stupid price for an early access game that feels as early in development as this one. I'd argue that it feels too early for early access. As cool as the whole talking to NPCs thing is, their responses either don't work or are extremely vague and annoying. The top-down mode in which you use to travel to different towns feels boring, unnecessary, and frustrating. And Shroud of the Avatar in general just seems like a very hard game to get into for new players. Overall, I wasn't overly impressed by what I've seen from Shroud of the Avatar, but then again this game clearly isn't aimed at someone like me, so you shouldn't really care about my opinion too much. This game is clearly aimed at old school RPG players who enjoy games such as Ultima Online, so if that sounds like you, then you should maybe keep an eye on this one. If you're not one of those people, however, then just don't waste your time with this game. It's trying to be a very niche MMORPG, and there's nothing wrong with that. I just wish the gameplay itself was a little more fun, and the game was maybe a little bit more polished before going into early access, especially with the crazy high price of $39.99. Would I play this game again? No. Would I recommend this to my viewers? No. So that's it for this video, guys. I hope some of you out there will find it useful. There hasn't really been that many MMORPGs released recently, hence why it's been quite a while since my last first impressions, but if there's anything worth covering in a future episode of this series, then please let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching, you take it easy, and I'll see you again really soon. I am the chosen defender of Azeroth. Great. Along with every other shaman in this game. She doesn't really look like a chosen defender of Azeroth, does she? She looks like she'd rather spend her time smoking some herb, to be honest.